If you haven't already seen my previous video, we looked at the full Fusion Strike main set list, which consisted of exactly 100 regular cards. But today we finally have our first look at all of the secret rares and alternate arts from Fusion Arts. Now there are some incredible new cards that we will have a look at, and we'll talk about whether this set is one that you should be buying and investing in, and also we finally answer the question that everyone has been asking, are we finally getting that ESPEON VMAX? To celebrate hitting 10,000 subscribers, I'm giving away $10,000 for free. You heard that right, $10,000. To give more people a chance, I'm going to give away $1,000 each week for 10 weeks to 10 different people. All you have to do is like this video, be subscribed to my channel, and comment happy 10,000. I know it's a bit annoying to comment, but it's the easiest way for me to pick a winner. Besides, clicking a few buttons for a chance to win $1,000 seems like a pretty good deal to me. Where am I getting this money? Well, everything I make from YouTube goes straight back into these giveaways, and I'm even spending money out of my own pocket. So if you want to support me and allow me to keep making bigger and better videos, you can also check out my Patreon linked in the description. For just a couple of dollars, we can have a chat, and for a few more dollars, you can get personalized Pokemon investment advice from me that fits your needs, and also a shout out at the end of my videos. But you don't have to do all that. Just make sure you like, subscribe, and comment happy 10,000 for a chance to win $1,000 for free. I've also linked my socials in the description, and for each one of those you follow, you get a bonus entry, also for free. So just to give some background in case you guys aren't aware, the Japanese set Fusion Arts will make up our English set Fusion Strike. Now Fusion Arts has 129 cards confirmed, but our English set Fusion Strike has over 260, making it the biggest Sword and Shield set ever. So those extra 130 or so cards will include some cards that were cut from Battle Styles, Evolving Skies, as well as a few really nice looking promos and probably a bunch of other new cards which haven't been revealed yet. But anyway, today we're looking at all of the new Fusion Arts secret rares. If you haven't already seen my previous video on the entire regular set list, make sure to go check out my other video by clicking this button in the top right. So after the main 100 cards, we have our first secret rare labeled 101 out of 100, Sarina V. I think this card looks pretty nice. I mean, if you saw my other video, I was saying how the normal regular Sarina V looks kind of boring and like really confusing to look at, but this one actually looks really nice. I think the colors look very nice and they really pop out, and although I think this Pokemon still looks really weird to me, the proportions are just completely off. But having said that, I think it's a pretty nice looking card for what it is. Next up we have Chandelure V. Now I'm not usually a fan of this kind of V style that they're really going with recently, where it's kind of just like the Pokemon and there's like this weird kind of colorful background, but this one I actually think looks pretty nice. I think it works well with the Pokemon because the background kind of looks like these flames and smoke going on. It's colorful. I like it. I think it matches the theme of the set and it looks really nice. Then we have Crabominable V, which I mean has always looked like one of the funniest Pokemon to me. I mean, it just looks so silly. But this V card, I mean, it's not really too amazing. It kind of just looks like a worse version of the regular V card, if I'm going to be completely honest. So, I mean, not really a very strong secret rare, but you know, it is what it is. The next card we're getting is a Boltund V, but we haven't actually gotten a photo of this yet, but it is just a regular secret rare V card and not actually a alternate art or special art card. So that's a little bit disappointing. We actually don't have a special art Boltund V card in this set as of yet. Now I'm pretty sure this is the full confirmed set list that Pokebeach have revealed to us, but it seems a little bit strange that they wouldn't have a alternate art V card, so perhaps we might even get that as a promo card perhaps later on down the track. But for this V card, it's just going to be like these other V cards where it's just like Boltund on this kind of like purplish reddish background. Next up, we have the Mew V Secret Rare. I mean, this one I really like. I know I said I don't usually like this kind of V card, but this might actually be my favorite one. I think Mew looks absolutely incredible, and the background, although it's very simple, I think the colors work really nicely with not only the theme of the set, but I think Mew really stands out, and this is a absolutely amazing looking card. I love it. And it gets even better because we have this alternate art Mew card, which looks absolutely incredible. I mean, I really must say, especially in the recent sets, the Pokemon Company is just stepping it up and up and up with all these alternate art cards. I mean, Mew just looks so incredibly cute. If you actually look at the middle of the card, you'll see that there's a Dreepy just chilling on Mew's head as they just fly along. And obviously the Mew is surrounded by like Toxtricity, there's Smeagol behind it, and at the front there seems to be the foot of Hoopa, I believe. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but I think it's the foot of Hoopa, which would make sense because all the other Pokemon are actually featured in this set as well. But I mean, this is definitely up there as one of my favorite alternate art cards. I mean, I love Mew and I think this artwork is absolutely incredible. I love this card. Now next up we have Hoopa V. Now apologies because the photo quality on this one isn't too good. Remember, these are just people getting these cards in Japan and they're just taking photos and uploading them to social media, and that's kind of how we're getting these leaks. And unfortunately, not everyone is an amazing photographer. But I mean, you can get a pretty decent idea as to how this card's going to look. I mean, you have Hoopa there, and then it's just one of those regular V cards, so it's got this kind of bluish, greenish almost background, just a regular background. Now this card, although I want to say it looks cool, it looks very clustered and strange. I don't really know what I'm looking at. It just looks very confusing. There's just too much going on for my liking. But at the same time, maybe when we get a better quality photo, it might pop out a bit more and look nicer. But so far, a little bit strange, definitely. Next up, we have a Genesect V Secret Rare. Now, this one I actually think looks pretty cool. I don't know why they don't do something like this with the other cards, where instead of just having like a plain color block background, they actually have like, some designs that actually match the aesthetic of the Pokemon. Like for this one, I don't really know what they are, but it does look like some kind of geometry, mechanical technology thing. So I think it works, with the card. I think it looks nice overall. And it's definitely better than just like a boring plain blue purple color. Then after that, we have a Genesect V alternate art, which just looks absolutely amazing. I mean, I think I'm definitely biased, but I love these alternate art cards. I think just every single one of them just looks so amazing. And I'm definitely going to have to just start building a binder, which is just full of alternate art cards. I think that's going to look absolutely incredible. And as soon as I do, I'll probably share it somewhere, so keep an eye out for that. But in this card, we see Genesect just breakdancing in his mum's basement, which is absolutely hilarious. I'm not even joking, like the dude is literally breakdancing. You can see the stereo at the front blasting music and he's just dancing out while Smeagol's in the background just watching. I just think the detail, the story, and the artwork of this card is absolutely incredible. This is one of my favorite alternate art cards. I cannot explain in words how much I love this new thing that Pokemon's doing, where they're giving all these Pokemon these special alternate art cards where they're actually in like these real world backgrounds. I mean, we saw it obviously a lot with Eevee Heroes, but now we're seeing it in every single set. And honestly, the more of these they do, the happier I am. So they can keep doing as many of these as they like. I promise I will not get bored. Then of course we have a V card of the Fat Squirrel. I mean, this one, he's just chilling, and it looks like there's autumn leaves kind of falling behind him. Now, the next card, on the other hand, I think looks really amazing. It's the alternate art version of Greedent. And I mean, just look at this thing. It's absolutely hilarious. Greedent is just riding on this tree, carrying all his berries. They look like citrus berries, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Anyway, he's being pulled along by all the baby Squirvets. I mean, this is just one of the cutest, most adorable cards. And I think, once again, the story, the humor, the artistry of this card is incredible. Next up, we have our first full art trainer, Sydney. I'm pretty sure this is the first full art version of Sydney we've gotten. So, I mean, if you're a fan of this dude, there you go. If you actually want translations of the Japanese into English, you can find all of those on Pokebeach soon. So I'm going to link the article in the description and you can check that out if you need. Pretty boring artwork. He looks to be in like the public toilets or something. I mean, yeah, the background is just really dirty. I'm not really surprised though. I mean, this guy just looks like he'd be chilling around in like dirty bathrooms. Next up, we have a full art Elisa Sparkle. Now this card I actually posted on my Instagram last night. So if you're following me there, you'd have seen this earlier. If you're not following me, then go follow me now and you'll get these earlier updates as soon as they come out. Anyway, this artwork I think looks much better. Not even because I'm a weeb, I just think the artwork looks nicer and the actual angle and motion of the drawing looks much nicer, and obviously the background as well looks so much cooler than a dirty bathroom. And then next up we have Dancer. Yep, that's the name of the card. It's literally just Dancer. Sorry, the quality of this photo isn't too great either, but this is labeled 114. And I mean, yeah, there's not too much to say. It's a pretty boring trainer card. I mean, if you like dancers, there you go. There's a Dancer. You know what would have been really cool and creative though, is if instead of just standing there by herself, if she was actually dancing with Genesect like we saw in the alternate art. I mean, wouldn't that be like a cool little thing? Like, why is Genesect dancing by himself and she's just standing there, right? Like, does anyone know what I'm talking about? No? Okay. Next up, we have Chili, Cilantro, and Cress. The Three Musketeers. I absolutely love these guys, mostly because they remind me of Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, and PewDiePie. I think what would have made this card cooler though is if Gordon Ramsay was standing behind them shouting some obscenities, but oh well, this is the best they could have done, I guess. Next up, we get a look at some of the Rainbow Rare cards. So we have a Chandelure VMAX Rainbow Rare. Okay, so next up for number 117, we have Bolton VMAX. Now for some reason we also don't have a photo of this, but remember, these VMAXs are not the special art versions. They're just going to be regular VMAXs like these ones, except obviously the VMAX versions, so not going to be anything too crazy. So for that, we have obviously the Bolton VMAX, and we're also going to get a Mew VMAX. But like I said, it's just going to be like, this Mew. So it pretty much just look the same, but from a different angle with a slightly different color background. Next up for number 119, we have the Mew VMAX alternate art. Firstly, I think the card itself does actually look really nice. Okay, I really like the idea that they went for. I just think the execution was a little bit poor, and the reason for that is I think it's really cool how they have this giant Mew in the middle of the city, right? But just the way the art has been done, you can't really tell what it is from the surroundings. Like, you can barely see the city in the background. It seems to be set in London because you can see the London cab on the left, you can see the red double-decker bus on the right, as well as the iconic red telephone booth. but at the same time, I just wish you could see more of the city. Like, wouldn't it be so much cooler if the Mew VMAX was standing next to like Big Ben or something? That way you can actually see it in more of like the surrounding landscape, and I think the card itself would look so much better. An example that I would give is like if you look at EV Heroes, the way they did the VMAX cards in those, you can actually see the card in its entirety. You also get an idea of the scale of the Pokemon because you can kind of use the references surrounding it. Whereas this one kind of almost looks like one of the regular VMAX cards, but at the same time, once the card actually comes out, hopefully you can see a bit more of those details in the background. But still, overall, I think this card is pretty cool looking. Alright, now we start to get into some more of the rainbow rares. I'm not going to talk too much about these because, I mean, they're just rainbow rare versions of the regular cards, so I'll just go through them. First up, we have a rainbow rare Greedent VMAX, we have a rainbow rare Sydney Trainer, we have a rainbow rare Elisa Sparkle, rainbow rare Dancer, rainbow rare Musketeers, and then we have our first golden card, which is a Flaffy secret rare. I mean, I personally am a fan of Flaffy and I love this golden card, but I know a lot of people are going to be like, why'd they choose Flaffy? But I mean, look at it. It looks cute. What can I say? Now for card number 126, we actually don't know what this is yet, but we do know that it's going to be a trainer card. Now if we look at all of the regular trainer cards that have been revealed, pretty much the only one that doesn't have a secret rare version yet is the Fusion Strike Energy. And considering this is part of the Fusion Strike set, I mean, I think it would make a lot of sense to have that as a gold card, but I'll let you know when that comes out. Number 127, we have a Training Court gold card, and we also have a Golden Leaf Energy, and a Golden Fire Energy to wrap up this set. And there you have it. That's all of the secret rare cards from Fusion Arts. Okay, so if you haven't noticed, there is one blaring omission from this set, and that is the ESPEON VMAX. A lot of people were hypothesizing that since we didn't get it in Evolving Skies, maybe we'll get it in the next set, Fusion Strike. And I think that did make a lot of sense, but alas, here we are. There is no ESPEON VMAX announced as of yet. I still think we're going to get it as a promo at some point in the near future, but I guess we don't know for sure as of yet. Alright, so should you buy this set and should you be investing in this set? Well, originally when I saw some of the leaks come out from this set, I thought it was definitely going to be one of the weakest sets of the year, and I told a lot of people that I'm personally probably going to be passing on this set, and I mean, if you don't love it either, you can obviously pass on it as well. But I mean, having a look at some of these secret rare and alternate art cards, I think a lot of these cards are really nice, and this set is actually better than I initially thought. But having said that, I think the Fusion Arts Japanese set definitely is still a bit weak. I mean, if you compare it to like EV Heroes, for example, I mean, it's nowhere near as good. But at the same time, when you add some of those secret rare promo cards, I think the Fusion Strike set will actually be pretty decent. Now, considering it's coming out between Evolving Skies and Celebrations, I mean, if you had to pick the weakest of the three, I mean, I would still obviously pick Fusion Strike, and I'm definitely going to be investing more money into Evolving Skies and Celebrations. But having said that, there are definitely a lot of cards in this set that I will be picking up. Let me know which of these secret rares was your guys' favorite, which one did you like the most, which one did you hope they were going to add but they actually didn't. Let me know in the comments and I'll try and reply to as many people as I can. I know technically we were missing a couple of the cards, but they shouldn't be any of the major ones, so hopefully there's no big deal. But as soon as we do get photos of those, I'll probably upload them on my socials, or if there's anything crazy enough, I might make an update video as well, so keep an eye out for that. Until then, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.